Hi, and how are ya? This is Kelsey with Kelleezielke and Things, and this is Flosstube episode 7. Hi everyone, it is so good to be back. Thank you for joining in if you are new, and thank you for coming back if you are a regular subscriber. Hopefully the light is good today. I am filming on the snowiest day in the longest time. This is our first snow of the year, not of the year, but of the winter season here in Michigan. And I think I have about 8 inches outside. It's wonderful. And I really feel the Christmas spirit happening down in my belly. So let's just get right into it. I don't have really any life updates, and that's fine. Other than the fact that I have been a hunting widow all week since Thursday, and my husband doesn't get back until next Thursday. So I've kind of been at my parents, hanging out, doing all sorts of stuff. So haven't gotten like a ton of stitching done, but I feel like I have enough to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about the people who have recently given me a mention in their videos, which I'm always so encouraged by, and they always have the nicest things to say. And so the first person this week was Sarah's Stitchy Spot. The things she said about me were incredibly nice. Some of what she said, I actually teared up. It was so sweet. And watching her and just hearing a complete stranger talk about you, it's crazy how a stranger can make you feel so good and so seen. I feel like, I'm not putting on an act here. This is who I am, and apparently who I am is coming across very clearly, because when these people are mentioning me or talking about me, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what I wanted to do. That was my goal. That was why I started Flosstube, and it's just really encouraging. I also wanted to mention that she has an intro to her YouTube, Flosstube, like I do, but mine is, off the internet. Hers is written, sung, and directed and whatever by her husband. So he wrote her this little intro for her, Sarah's Stitchy Spot, and it is adorable and so cute. And she gives a little mention to him for creating that little song for her, and it is adorable. It's fantastic. And yeah, if you don't stay for the video, at least listen to the intro. But I really encourage you to go and give her a watch. She's very knowledgeable, very talented. Definitely, I don't know how long she's been stitching, but I think it's been a while, because she's good. The other person was Yasmin's Made with Love, I believe it is. I will obviously link these all down below. She's very talented as well, and yeah, give her a mention. I guess while I'm talking about other Flosstubers, I will just shout out some of the people that I have been watching this week and last week. The Museum Stitcher. Why have I not found her until now? I found her through the Seattle Stitcher. They're friends, and I think she had mentioned her in a video, and I quick ran over to her videos and like pretty much binge watched all of them. I don't know her name. My best friend's name is Bridget, and so I hear Bridget, but I think her name is Bridgen. I'm not positive about that. Either way, it's the coolest name. But she has a degree, and I'm gonna butcher this. She has a degree in museum science. Anyway, she works at a museum, and she's got I think she also has a degree in history. Just extremely smart, I gotta say, because those degrees sound very hard and complicated. And she just has a lot of really cool things, lot of things that I would stitch. She started quilting. That seems to be the thing that she started doing first, with her grandma, I believe, and then kind of got into cross stitch through that. And she's a very good quilter. I've seen some of her project bags. Very good seamstress, seam sewer, whatever. So give her a watch. The next is Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. I randomly came upon her when I typed in Halloween floss tubes, and I started watching her Halloween one, her most recent one. And she was dressed up in a costume, and it was adorable. She's adorable, hilarious. I think we could be really good friends in person or in real life. This is real life, but in person. Yeah, she just does a lot of cute things. She did the haunted library sale that I desperately wanted to do, but just felt like it was too late. Although a few of you have reached out to me and said that you either did it or you are now doing it because I mentioned it or whatever. And you ended up buying it after the fact, after the sale. So I think I'm still gonna do it because it's just too cool. I didn't even realize how many books are involved in it. Different book titles are involved in the haunted library stitch. So that's amazing. Love books, love Halloween. So I think I am gonna still buy it and do it for next spooky season. So we'll see. But yeah, give Frizzy Lizzy a look. Bumble Stitches I have been watching from the very beginning, and I think I just forgot to mention her. She's from the UK. I just love listening to her. She is also a quilter, a sewer, very talented. She's just got a lot of stuff. So check her out. And then the last one that I just recently found is Adventures of Stitching with Alicia. I think her YouTube is called Adventures of Stitching, but then it has like a little thing on the side that says with Alicia. So I'm not sure the actual title, but again, it'll be down below. She does a lot of full coverage pieces, if not like all full coverage, and I'm talking big. She's working on a Lord of the Rings like Middle Earth map, and it's no small task. It's huge. What else is she working on? She's working on a few, like a Cinderella full coverage. It's got like the Cinderella castle, and it's a huge thing, massive. She is doing a Wind in the Willows SAL, which I don't know how I keep coming upon these people that are doing Wind in the Willows. I desperately want to find a Wind in the Willows cross stitch that isn't ridiculously huge. But she is doing one that is massive, like massive. It's like a giant picture window, and there's, oh, I can't remember her name, Miss Petunia, the rabbit. She's sitting on like, in the picture window on like a bench, and she's looking out into the window, and then every pane of the window is a different character from Wind in the Willows. She's not just starting, but she's only got the rabbit and then the window, but she showed the picture, and it's gonna have all the different characters from Wind in the Willows. So that looks incredible. I also am really like just proud of her. She is very open about her faith, and I think that is really important and really hard to do at the same time. So I give her credit for being able to share her faith, and yeah, I just love everything about her. So I will link all those people down below and give them a follow. And now I think we'll just get into my progress. I need a little bit of coffee, and I'm gonna give you a little spoiler because I found my Santa mug. So last video, I talked about how I wanted like a vintage Santa mug from like a thrift store. The one I was drinking out of was from Target. It's super cute, but I wanted a vintage one. After I filmed that video, later that afternoon, I went out thrifting because I go multiple times a week, like 3 or 4 times a week, no joke. The thrift stores are really close to me, so it's not like a big deal. Like if I have to go get gas, I'll just pop in, or if I have to go grocery store, I'll just pop in. So it's very convenient, but you have to go often if you want to score. And I found this guy. It is a really hefty mug, but I love a good hefty coffee mug. So I found this right after I filmed. And if you didn't watch my video, my last video, I talked about how I've been looking for a vintage Santa face mug for 10 years. And they just seem to be really popular, and I had never been able to find one. That afternoon, found this guy. So I was super excited. I also have a few other thrift finds that I will show you at the end. Okay, so let's show you some of my progress from this week. And actually, before I do that, I got this idea from, it was either Blushing Pink Stitches or, there's actually a few people that do like goals for themselves. I liked that idea. I love a list that I can check things off of and just be really organized. And so I decided to do November craft goals for myself, and I wrote them out. And I have cross stitch, and then I have like other crafts, which I'll just share the cross stitch at this point because I really haven't shared it into my other crafts yet, but I will. A lot of you have been asking about my embroidery and any other things that I do, like my doll houses. So I think I will eventually start sharing that. I might make them a separate video. If you aren't interested, then you don't have to watch it. But we'll see. Anyway, so for cross stitch, I said my fish for my husband, I wanted to get all the blues, all of the blue thread done. So if you can remember, I guess there is I said it was blue and green. There is a little white and a little bit of gray, not very much, but I said that I wanted to get all the blue done in November. I thought that was a pretty good goal. I might add blue, white, and gray to that, depending on how well it's going. But here is my progress on that. I am not fancy enough to then show you what my progress was yet. If I can figure that out, I will try and put it on the screen. Otherwise, if you're super duper interested, just go back and watch my last video. I'm getting better at filming, but I film on my phone and I don't have like a great, what's the word? Like app or program for editing. I need to just maybe get the video maker from Apple back on my computer, but anyways. Okay, now I will show you my design I have been working on. So this is going to be available in this video. It'll be in the description box below. I did not get to finish it, but here is my progress. So we have the church, the general store, the bakery, which needs a roof and it needs the awning to be finished. This is going to be a toy store. And then there's a border, some more trees. Here is the finished. I can show you this because this is my design that I created, so I can show it to you. So I love it. I think it is so cute. If you saw my Halloween house, I love houses. My husband's a builder. I'm enamored with dollhouses. I think I just have a thing with houses. And so I'm not gonna guarantee that all my designs will be houses, but it just seemed like for Christmas, a Christmas village. Like, this is called Small Christmas Town USA. But, I mean, this is like out of a Hallmark movie, right? We have the general store owned by Grandma and Grandpa, and it's been owned for 100 years, okay? And then we have the church over here. That's, everybody goes there. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's business. Here we have the toy store. Again, it's a mom and pop. It's been owned for, we'll say 60 years, and they sell the best cinnamon rolls in the world. And then at the, oh, no, this is the toy store. Sorry. The bakery, 60 years, mom and pop. They have the best cinnamon rolls in the world. We got the toy store. That's been there for, we'll say 150 years. They just got a new paint job. It's beautiful. And they have only like classic toys. You're not gonna find Tickle Me Elmo at this toy store. You're gonna find like the Montessori toys, like wooden toys and homemade crafted toys. And yeah, I just love it. I would have loved to just like keep going and do like a post office and, you know, but I know that there are a lot of cross-stitch patterns out there for Christmas that are like Christmas towns. And I know, is it Little House Needleworks that have all the little individual things that you can stitch into like one long thing, or just stitch each individual. They have a quilt shop and a florist and a, you know, I would have loved to just like keep going with that. But I felt like I had to stop somewhere. So anyways, that is my little thing, and it will be available down below. So that is that. I worked on that the most because I was really trying to get it done. But like I said, I was at my parents' this weekend, and my mom and I were pretty busy watching Hallmark movies, and I would get really distracted. I'd be like stitching while I was watching, and then I'd get like really sucked in, and I'd just be like, oh, I gotta stitch. So that is that. And this is my Christmas SAL. I told a lot of you that in my last video, my Q-snap, because I'm using a scrap piece of fabric and my borders were too small. I know. A lot of you told me to add some fabric around the edges, and so I opted to use a fabric that I liked, because some people just like use any fabric, it doesn't matter, it's just scrap. But I thought if I needed more room when I framed this or did whatever, then I want the fabric to be something that I would like. So I just added this like candy cane fabric around the edges. And it's, you know, it's not perfect. But you know, if I needed like this much extra when I'm framing it or something, I'll have that. And so this is the finished first room. It's the Grinch and Max. How cute are they? They're at the door. I still have a few things that I need to do. I need to do the shingles on the roof, finish some of the snow. But I was just kind of like getting bored with that, so I decided to just move on to the first room. And today, as you're watching this, yesterday, we got the second room. Now, I'm gonna, in a second, show you my computer, and I'll show you the, not the pattern, but the picture. I'm struggling. I'm struggling really hard with it. I never ever want to defend, I never want to hurt a designer's feelings or offend them, because it is hard work to design something that looks good. I don't get this. So let me just switch my camera view and show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the room I just finished here. and this is the new room. I realize it is Nightmare Before Christmas. And if I can use my fingers, this is Jack Skellington, right? And this is either a window or a picture frame of the mountain or the cliff that they kind of sing up on. I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's supposed to be Sally. It looks like it's got boobs, so I'm thinking it's supposed to be Sally. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't like it. So what I think I'm gonna do is just skip this one, move on to the next, and then in the very end, if, you know, once all of the other ones have been released and I know what movies there's gonna be, then I can come back to this one and kind of design my own design for that. You know, this is gonna be in my house, hanging up, so I want to know what it is and to love it, and so, yeah. So, anyways. Okay, so, yeah, struggling with that a little bit. Just, I stared at it for the longest time trying to figure out what it was, and I think that's my conclusion. It has to be Sally sitting on the floor of a bedroom. You know, I don't know that movie well enough to be like, oh, I know that scene, or I know whatever. So, and the other thing is, The Nightmare Before Christmas, I watch at Halloween. I do not watch it at Christmas. But it's also not like a go-to Halloween movie for me. It's probably like pretty low on the list. So, with that being said, I'm not trying to be insulting by any means. I'm trying to make it so that it's something that I love as well, because I'm going to be spending time on this, and I'm, you know, hopefully going to be framing this and putting this in my house. So I want it to reflect me as well as the designer. So my first official thought is, if there is not a Christmas story in here, which there better be, I mean, come on. If there's not, which I honestly can't imagine her not doing a Christmas story, but if she didn't, then I would take whatever, you know, this is supposed to be Nightmare Before Christmas. Whatever is down here, I would move up here, and I would put the leg lamp down here. And I think I could easily design something like that with the leg lamp in the window, and, you know, glowing sex in the window. I think I could do that. So that's that. Again, not trying to be insulting by any means. I knew going into this that everybody's favorite Christmas movies are going to be different. And so I knew there might be ones that I didn't really know or didn't really care for. And so I had the thought in my head that I might need to, you know, pull out some of my own. And that's totally okay. Like, I'm on the Facebook group and people are changing things all the time. They're not really changing the design as much as like leaving stuff out. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't doing the Merry Christmas. There's people that are doing different fabrics, different called for color, you know, not using the called for colors. So, and there's been a lot of talk about like, oh, can I change this and can I change that? And the designer is super like encouraging, and she's like, yes, make it your own. So I feel good about the changes I might have to make. So that's that. And those are the only 3 I've been working on. My next goal for myself on my November craft list for my cross stitch was keep up with the Christmas SAL. So this might actually put me behind because I need to find out what the other movies are before I can like create my own window. So I'm gonna fall behind on this. It's just probably gonna happen, but that's okay. Small Town Christmas USA, I just said to have it finished by this week. I didn't, so I'm not doing very good on my goals. And then my winter village, which I have shown before, I said finish the horse and buggy, the school, and the swings. So here's my Christmas. So finish the school. The school has some steps and it says school. There's a swing set here and a horse and buggy here. And so I said to finish those things in November. So hopefully we can make that happen. All right. And that's all I had for my goals for November. I tried not to do too much and like get too overwhelmed. But you know, try and keep organized. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you my kitted autumn stitch again because I finally like got it all kitted up. So I sewed up my edges and I got all my thread on floss drops that I made. So I'm really excited about these. Let's see, do I have any extras? I made a bunch of extras. I don't know where they are right now, but I made two different ones. This one is like orange with flowers and greenery. And then this one is like a dark teal with golden acorns. What I did was, I have a Cricut, so this was a piece of cake. I found some like silhouettes or some templates on Google, like just Google Images, found some templates, loaded them into my Cricut, printed them out, and I printed double the amount that I needed. So I think there's 14 pieces of thread here, or colors of thread. And so I made 28. And then I did them front to back. I glued them with, I just used Eileen's. I kind of was following Artie, the Vintage Stitchers, tutorial on these a little bit. And she used spray adhesive. Now that would probably be much easier. However, I tried the spray adhesive and it was making my paper kind of peel or like curl, and it didn't stick right away. I had to like hold it there for a while, and I got it from the dollar store, so it's probably just not good stuff. So then I went to Eileen's and I just put a little bit of Eileen's on a paper plate, and I used a paintbrush and I painted every inch of one side, stuck them together, and then I put them between two books. I would say use books that you don't really care about. I had some old Reader's Digest books from like a thrift store that I love to display them, but I don't really care about like inside of the book. And so I just stuck them in between the pages of those books, and I let them sit for a day, and then I took them out. Some peeled some of the paper off, which is why I say of like the book. And so that's why I say, you know, maybe don't use like your favorite book or like a cookbook. But yeah, so really easy to make. If you don't have a Cricut, it might be a little bit harder, a little bit more time consuming and tedious, but I mean, they're pretty easy to make. And I would super suggest to double side them because it just makes them stronger. I mean, these things are really strong. So yeah. So that's that. And I will be ready almost to start this. I'm waiting on, this is why it is so important to read your pattern. I looked at the colors, the DMC, and then I moved on. And I didn't even realize that there is a special DMC with like sparkles in it. It's C725. It's like a yellow sparkly DMC. Didn't even see that. It's on the other side of the pattern. I need a Mill Hill bead kit. Didn't see that. And it talks about if it's got a number 2 next to it, you need 2 skeins of it. And so, yeah, I had to order some of this stuff. So can't quite start it yet, which is okay. I'm now in the Christmas mood, so, but I will start Ode to Autumn as soon as I can. The Seattle Stitcher was talking about it, and she wants to do this as well. And just her talking about it got me so excited for it again. And so I definitely want to start it sooner than later because I want it up for next fall for sure. So it won't be, I love, a lot of people talk about how they like to stitch in the season, and I do love that. So this is just going to have to be not that because I also want it up for the season. But I understand that when it's Christmas time, you want to be stitching Christmas stuff. So I totally get that. However, you just have to wait longer to be able to display it in your house, which can be hard. Let's see. That's all my notes. So I'll show you my thrift store haul. So, of course, my little Santa. And then I got 2 books, 2 different thrift stores, 2 different days. First is Gloria Filia. Glory. Yeah, I'm not going to even try. There it is up close. The Miniature Needlepoint Collection. And these books are definitely dated. Let me see what the copyright is. Oh, it's not that bad. 1994. I was thinking it was a little bit older, but I still think that the patterns in here are very relevant. I love the China pattern. I've been seeing this in like current magazines, and I just think they are just beautiful. Let me see if I can find a close-up of it. They turned it into a pillow, but like that blue and white China, I just love. I wish I had a big enough house that I could collect. I have a set of blue and white China that I had gotten from my Oma, my grandma, and I just wish I could display it more and collect more pieces because I just think they're so pretty. But there's quite a bit of stuff in here that I thought there's some stuff that I'm like, no thanks. I'm not a tennis star, but no thanks. But like, some of these are hard to see in the picture. This purse, I wouldn't make that purse, but I love the roses. I'd turn them into something else. I oddly like this. I think this is kind of dated, but I think switching up the colors a little bit, that could be really cool. And it's a round design, which is kind of fun. Oh, I thought this was really cool. So this picture frame down here is cross-stitched. So cool. And it's just got, I'll show you the pattern far away. It's just got a hole in the middle for your picture to go. I just thought that was really cool. I love a good like LL Bean vibe, and that was giving me LL Bean vibes. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff in here. I think could be adapted and updated, and for 50 cents, like, why not? And they're just nice. They're like, I kind of like these books, and I like stacking them, you know, nice little like coffee table books, or like books that you can decorate with. And then the next one is the same authors, but this is like a big one, and it has that, this book seemed to, it says needlepoint, but it's pretty much all cross stitch. This is a lot of everything. A lot of embroidery, which I do, so that's fine. I really liked, let's see if I can find. Let's see here. Some of the ones that I liked. I thought these were, this one was cute down here. Again, I think if you updated a few of the colors, you could make something really cute. I just love, I love the deer in that one. Oh, this one I thought was cute as well. Let's see. I mean, there's like stuff to make rugs and like full-size pillows and blankets and I mean, massive, massive things. Dolls, which I find actually kind of creepy, so I won't probably be doing that. But I love these ones. Again, the round floral patterns to put in like a cool, you know, if I could find like a cool round vintage frame, that would be so cool. Let's see if there was another one I kind of liked. Oh, these were glasses, a bookmark, and spectacle case. But I kind of thought those were cool. That could be a scissor case as well. And even this one, if you left the top open, that could be like for your small scissors. I have like really tiny scissors. So anyways, I thought this was really cool. So thought it was a cool find. All right. You know what? I didn't figure out who the winner of the giveaway is going to be. So let me go do that real quick and I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back. I did my random YouTube comment picker, and for the, let's get the thing right here, the Nancy Garish 1828, it was hillside as the code word, and this beauty is going to Jackie A.S. Jacque, I think that's how you say that. A.S. and that's your YouTube name. But yeah, this is going to you. So I hope it's pronounced Jackie. Give me an email. My email is down below in the description box. Send me an email with your address and I will get this out to you. Okay. Today's giveaway is called Lauren's Sampler. And it says, "Thy crow nest the day with thy bounty." So you get this one, and then there actually is some bonus ones in here. We have Coffee Break, which says, "Backdoor friends are the best." So that's in there. And this is just, when I picked these up from the thrift store, this was all that was in this sleeve. So I'm just giving it to you as is. This is a Barrick Samplers, and it's by Kathy Barrick. And I can't show it to you because there's no picture, but it is Bright Birds. So you could look that up. It says 1998 at the top with some birds, and then it's the alphabet with some more birds. So you can look that up. And let's see, let's come up with a hard one because you guys are like way too good at these, you know, slipping in the code word into your comments. Let's do crow nest. That seems hard. All right, so this is the winner. You'll get 2 other little samplers or, you know, patterns inside there, charts inside there. So the code word is crow nest. CROWNEST, one word. All right, that is all I have for today. I totally filmed a stitch along this past weekend, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So I completely just deleted it. It was, yeah, it was terrible. Maybe one day I'll tell you about it, but it was so bad. So I do hope to still do one. I might film one tonight and get it up this weekend and do a stitch along on, I'm thinking my design, because I do want to get that done. So I think I will do a stitch along on either my design or my winter village. So something like that. All right. Well, anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week.